I want to talk about children and what we teach our children. And, you don't have to be a parent to understand this, because we've had parents and we understand. Dude, what's up with the roosters? Is that a rooster or a dog? I think it's a rooster and a dog fighting. Man, what are we teaching our children? But more importantly, what are we learning from our children? Now, I got a really interesting perspective on this, because I'm a parent and a child. at least my wife and my friends consider me to be a child. But I have an interesting perspective, because my kids are homeschooled. I mean, they've never set a toe in public education. And, I'm not sure if that's going to go, throughout their whole educational, I don't know. But for now, it seems to be working out perfect. But, I have some interesting conversations with my kids, because, the way I look at life, I realized that, I think it was about when I was 30, I realized that, almost everything that I believed just wasn't true. It just wasn't the truth. And the other day, my daughter was asking me a question. And so I gave her the answer, the answer that I believe is the truth right now. But, I was like, but, this could be wrong. I mean, there are other perspectives of this, and so I tend to say that a lot with my kids. So they'll ask me a question. I'll say, well, it could be this, or it could be this, or it could be this. I believe it to be this, but I could be wrong. And so, after I've been doing this for, I don't know, since basically we started, homeschooling our kids, or since, say around the age of 6, my daughter the other day, she asked me a question, and I kind of told her, well, some people think this, some people think this, I happen to believe this, but, who knows, that might change later on in life. And she's like, you know what, Dad? What do you know? What do you know? Because eventually I'm going to have to know something. And, it made me think that, when we have a child, we have this burning desire to teach it and to protect it. And so what we do is we start filling this empty vessel with everything that we know and everything that we believe. Because that's what we feel like that's what we're supposed to do. And so this little consciousness, which, by the way, it might be new to earth right now, but this is ancient wisdom. Your child is more connected to source than you are. And what's going to happen is you're going to be filled with a bunch of bullshit. And as you fill up with that bullshit, you're going to lose this connection with oneness and with love and with who you really are. And so you're going to spend the rest of your life trying to get back at that state of awe, of just looking at each day like it's brand new. And so, sometimes I wonder, maybe it's the other way around. We think that our children come into this world as an empty vessel, and our job is to fill this empty vessel with everything we know. Well, maybe this child comes into this world as an empty vessel to remind us that we're supposed to be an empty vessel too. That we're not supposed to just keep collecting all this information that is locking us into this rigid being of I believe this, I think this, I do this, this is the way I do it. We're caught in this cycle of being who we are. This never changing rhythm of the same thing every day, the same thoughts, the same actions create the same results, and then we expect our life to change. I know we want to protect our kids. I know we want to teach our kids. But, if we're as a parent, if we're miserable, what are we teaching our kids to do? We're teaching our kids to be miserable. Maybe we should learn more from them than they're learning from us. And that is to let go of our beliefs, let go of our thoughts, and create new thoughts, create new beliefs.